Chapter 1100. Mr. Pan. Miss Mick quickly stood up, and she became very humble. She kept bowing at Wilbur, and she hurriedly scolded her bouncers. The bouncers quickly let go and apologized to Wilbur. Wilbur chuckled. He instinctively felt like his identification card could work, but he did not expect it to work so effectively. It seemed like Leaker Corp was well known in Mua. Miss Mick was extremely terrified. Leaker Corp was the corporation founded by Demi Madres, the daughter of Mua's governor. The governor was not publicly involved, but everyone knew that Leaker Corp belonged to the governor himself. The governor and the border military ruled Mua. Everyone in Mua had to make a living under their jurisdiction. Demi Madres was his only daughter, so she was basically the heir of Mua. No one could afford to offend her. Wilbur smiled when he saw how cautious Miss Mick was. He said, "Don't be afraid. I'm only here to drink. I don't have bad intentions." "I'm sorry, Mr. Pan. I didn't recognize you. Please forgive me," Miss Mick begged as she bowed. Wilbur sighed and said, "I told you I'm only here to drink. It's normal that you don't know me." Miss Mick let out a sigh of relief when she noticed that Wilbur was not angry. However, she scolded herself inside. She knew a few authority figures of Leaker Corp and maintained good relationships with them. They came to her bar often, so she served them well. She wondered what happened to Buff, the previous head of security at Leaker Corp. She did not know why he was replaced by a stranger. It was only natural that she did not recognize him. However, she did not dare to say this in front of Wilbur. Miss Mick said, "This is not the place to talk, Mr. Penn. How about we move to our office?" Wilbur nodded. She led the way, and they sat in her office. Miss Mick opened a bottle of expensive red wine. She poured a glass and passed it to Wilbur with both hands. Wilbur said, "Miss Mick, you invited me to your office. What can I do for you?" "Mr. Pan, just call me Nina," she said awkwardly. Wilbur smiled nonchalantly and asked, "Nina, how can I help you?" "Mr. Pan, you're into antiques, right? I know a few people in the antique industry. Someone named Adderman says he has new goods, and he wants me to look for buyers. But he said the price is high," said Nina humbly. Wilbur was instantly intrigued. "Adderman, so soon? This is unbelievable," he thought. He thought about how messy the customer of the bars were, especially in a place like North Manant. The bars were most likely criminal markets too, otherwise Demi would not have suggested for him to ask around. He smiled when he thought about that, then said, "The price isn't an issue. I love collecting antiques. It's a special hobby of mine." Nina immediately said, "Please wait here. I'll contact him immediately to bring the goods." Wilbur nodded and she left the office to contact Adderman. Wilbur started to ponder. What if Venom Adder came with the Tiger War amulet? He thought. He felt like it was inappropriate for him to kill him and take the Tiger War amulet. He was Leaker Corp's head of security. After all, he would not be able to explain himself to Demi unless he took the Tiger War amulet and returned to his nation. However, Sophie would be in danger. Moreover, he did not want to leave the Dashan victims to endure torture every day in the industrial parks run by scammers.